Hello, welcome to Travel with Suri. If you are the kind of beachgoer who craves seclusion over crowded shores, head straight to this beach. Situated in South Laguna, a little more than 4 miles south of the center of town, this beach takes some effort to reach. This is one of the many hidden beaches in South Laguna Beach. It is a wide sandy beach with volleyball courts, restrooms, tide pools, and even caves to discover. Welcome to 1000 Steps Beach, Laguna Beach, California. To get to 1000 Steps Beach, head to 9th Avenue and Coast Highway and park in a legal spot. Across from 9th Avenue is the beach access entrance which leads to a long stairway. There are enough steps in the stairs that it seems like 1000 steps, especially when returning to the top of the fluff. The actual number is 223. Let's do some exercise for next couple of minutes. The stairs are covered with trees and vines in a thick canopy. As you descend the stairs, you will get glimpses of the ocean and the beach. At the bottom, the view opens to the beach and ocean straight ahead. Once you reach the bottom, you have to go left to the 1000 Steps Beach. The real adventure starts when you head south along the beach. Start walking south along the beach, then you will come to a sea cave opening. You can stop and explore the sea cave as it is pretty cool by itself, but our adventure continues on the other side of the cave. What awaits on the other side is truly worth the trip through the cave. It is best to go at low tide to avoid getting wet. At high tide, the water can get up to your upper legs, so be prepared to get wet or check the tide before you go. Once you exited the cave, you will come across 1000 Steps Beach and you will begin to notice more private houses situated along the cliffside with staircases for private access down to the beach. To get into this 1000 Steps Beach, you have to go through another adventure. Once you exited the cave, you will come across some tide pools. Continuing south, you will start to scramble over rocks that lead you to even more interesting and exciting things, as if wandering through the sea cave was not enough. You will continue walking and scrambling across the coastline until you reach the edge of the small cliff. You are almost there. In order to make it to the final distance, you have to climb down the cliff and jump into the water in order to get to shore below. You have finally reached the Pools of Thousand Steps beach. What a beautiful place. The pools, which are filled with salt water from the high tide ocean water, look right over the ocean in the tidal zone. They were built in 1929 by Hollywood movie director Edward Griffith, who lived in the community above the cove. When they were built, they misjudged the tides, so the ocean would come crashing in, filling the pools with sand and salt water. They were later forgotten and abandoned, making them perfect spot to explore and for our enjoyment. The first pool was a giant rectangle and actually looks like it is out of reach of the waves. The second pool was on the edge of the cliff almost. Since the waves are particularly big, they crash against the rocks and create a huge spray over the end of the pool. It is incredible. If you want to take a perfect sunset picture in Southern California, then this is the place for you to take picture as well as video. It is a perfect place. Please make sure you check the Laguna Beach tide charts before going into this beach. Coming back during the high tide is dangerous and it's not recommended. I hope you all liked my video. If you liked it, please subscribe it. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next video.